through life. We are here to be, as a lot of people like to say, which is really true, the flow state. Live in the flow state. Allow life to stream through you. No more struggle, no more strife, no more strain, no more push, no more pull. The effortless way. Surrender, 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 surrender. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. This is our Sunday service. We come to inspire, encourage, uplift, empower one another to success. To being, as A-Town likes to say, millionaires, kings and queens. Hey, 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 Jasmine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're here to be millionaires, however you want to define that, whether you actually have it in dollars and cents or you're just living like a millionaire and don't necessarily have the zeros to match the mindset. But it's impossible to have the mind of wealth and not experience wealth. Just incongruent, right? Those things do not go together. So when you have the mind of wealth, your world, your life will reflect that. It's law. Hello, 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 L. Glaze. Your life will reflect that which you decide to embrace. Hey, it's me. How do you get the mind of wealth? You start to recognize. You have to sit with it. You have to sit with this understanding and really think about, really contemplate. Like, tell yourself, we actually live in a land, what we call the home of the free and the brave. We say that, but, your land is your mind. You understand that? Understand that this country that we live in, this society we live in, they print money at will. So we naturally already live in a place that money is printed every day. And there's no source of lack. The only lack is in the mind. So once you decide that lack is not a thing to be even talked about, and you really have to pay attention to how you think. Pay attention to your thoughts surrounding money and wealth. Like, what do you really think about it? And if you notice that your thoughts tend towards the way of, man, I just never have enough. Man, everything costs us too much. Man, if you find yourself complaining about where you are in life, that's a lackful mindset. So in order to saturate your mind with the wealth mindset, you have to now start to say, actually, when I look around in my world only reflects an abundance of everything. I can't look out into the world that I see and see only one thing. I don't care where I am, what I'm doing, I'm always going to see a multitude of the thing I'm looking at. So whether I'm looking at the vastness of the skies or the clouds in the sky, right? There's not just one cloud when you look up in the sky, if you happen to see clouds in the sky. There's not one star. Yes, you may see one sun, but that sun is illuminating the whole world where you are in that moment. It's enough sun that shines wherever you are. Those rays you cannot count. When you look at the grass, blades of grass that are innumerable, right? When you start to look at your world and you can appreciate the abundance that's around you and you allow yourself to appreciate the abundance. And then you say, I'll go to a store. Man, an abundance. If we walk down the aisles of the grocery store, I don't see anything but an abundance of everything. Nature in itself is abundant. The fruit trees, if you have a garden or whatever you're allowing whatever you're planting in your garden, if you decide to plant a garden, or if you decide to go to a place where they that a garden is, see that there's always more than enough. Always more than enough. And just choose to think differently about money. Choose to think differently about money. Hello, hello, Sheila. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Choosing to think differently about money. Choosing to see that money can come from various sources. That it does not have to come into your experience just from, your career, whatever your, whatever your money is coming from now. That's not the only way it can come. There are many, many ways in which money can come, and it doesn't. And you should not see that your money is coming from work. That we think that we're laboring for money. No, you're choosing to do something during the day. And yes, you may be compensated, but understand that the career or the job is not the source. You're actually the source of your wealth. You're actually the reason why this money is coming into your experience. You're the reason, not the job, not the occupation, not the career, not anything that you're doing. Everything is coming into your experience because of who you're being, because of who you are. But when you associate money to the work that you do, you'll always have to work for your money, and it will always be, the compensation will not be, it'll be so minuscule to what you can get when you recognize who you are. When you recognize who you are, money just flows to you effortlessly. When you think money is because of what you do, you'll always have to labor for it. And you want to get out of that mindset of working for money. Tell yourself, I don't work for money. Anything I do is for simple enjoyment, for my pleasure, because I choose to do it, but not because I'm trying to get something. We really have to get out of that mindset of getting things and of knowing that money is attracted to you, that money flows to you. Hey, Master Manifestors. Absolutely. Hello, I am Jonah. Oh, that's Jonathan, sorry. Hello, Jonathan. I have to re-look at that. Sorry. What really is a mindset, and you really do have to choose to look at life from an abundant state. And you do that by looking at your world as an abundant place, because it naturally is. It naturally is. You don't let social media, your government, you don't let those things outside of you tell you what rich and wealth and, if there's enough of something, because they'll always try to convince you that there's not enough. They'll always convince you that, everybody has to compete for something. I was just thinking about this yesterday, with how we like to say that we're a race of people. We're not a race of people. We're spiritual beings. But if we have the mindset that we're a race of people, we'll always have the mindset of competing for something, right? A race is a competition trying to see who will win, right? That's what you race to the end of the line. You're always competing for something. No, you got to let go of the race mindset and operate from your spiritual beingness. You're actually a spiritual being. You're not a race. You're not you're not even human. you're spiritual. You're having what we call the human experience, which is you took on form to have this, to interact with form, to have this third dimensional experience. But you're a spiritual being. So you can let go of the race mind. It removes the competition and the comparison. And then that's when you can operate more in that flow state, in that knowing state, in that being. See, when they convince you that you're a part of the race, right? They convince you to be in that competitive state and to be in that doing state, right? Because even before we recognized we were spiritual beings, we told ourselves we were human beings, but yet we took on the mindset of human doings. We're always trying to figure out what to do instead of how to be. Yes, hello, Keith. Welcome, welcome. Hello, The Truth. They always say I am self because we can't change me. I know that's right. Yes, I love that. I am self. Yep. Cannot change self. Cannot change the self. Yep. It really is about, as the new terminology we've been using here in the, those who are on the spiritual path, or this, I don't even like to say spiritual path too much anymore. This awakening mind, the mind that's awakening to the truth of their being, that you have to really do deconstruct from all of these structures that you built in your mind, thinking that, the world is something separate from you, that everything is happening to you as opposed to happening because of you and happening through you, that everything that's happening you're the reason for it. And when you recognize that you're the reason that the happenings are taking place, you can set about to change the happenings by changing what? Your perspective, your perception of a thing. Hello, Clara. How are you? Yes, yes, yes. I am Jonathan. I am a being, not a race. That's it. That's it. Yep, because that's how you change the reality. When you change how you look at things, the things that you look at, what? Change. Once you change how you look at things, the way you look at things change. Isn't that cool? That once you decide to perceive reality from a different perspective, it just morphs into that reality. That's how you know that nothing is real, quote unquote. That it's all make-believe. We all make it up. We all made ourselves to believe a certain thing, and so what? We experience that belief. And I know there's disagreements when it comes to believe, faith, and knowing. But I challenge you when it comes to believe and knowing, right? Because believe, I say, is just means to accept the thing. And knowing is based on a personal experience. So even that's subjective. When we say you can't believe, you can just believe, you have to know. But the knowing is subjective because it's based off your personal experience. So if I tell you the mind can heal the body and you say, I only know the body being healed through going to a doctor or taking medication, you know through experience that you took cough medicine, you took Benadryl, or you took, ibuprofen or Tylenol, and you got better. And you experienced the outcome of that. So your knowing is based on what? Using something outside of yourself. And I would tell you that my knowing is based off using my mind. Who's right? Both are right. Both know something based off a personal experience. So again, knowing is subjective just as belief is. Clara. I recommend not leaning into, not even accepting that rationale, because it's your perspective is that you're saying this thing is happening. You can change you could change that perspective and say, I actually woke up a little nervous, and that's okay. I had a little nervousness because I don't know really what to expect for the day, but I'm going to change that nervousness to excitement and to anticipation, and I'm going to choose to perceive this feeling that I have as something good as opposed to something I shouldn't be experiencing. See, when you say you're feeling anxious, you're saying this should be a feeling I'm having. Who says it shouldn't be a feeling you're having? You came to experience feelings, which is why we have a feeling body, which is why you can feel. You have to choose not to label what you're experiencing and just allow yourself to experience. What you can do is give it a different meaning. You can do that. You can actually think on the lovely, think on the just, make it a noble thing, make it a good report, make it praiseworthy. You always got a choice. You can always give it a different meaning. Yes, Jasmine. Yep. People already think that way, right? People say, I'm allergic to this food. I'm allergic to that food. I'm allergic to this. I'm allergic to that. Until you can truly impress the subconscious with the belief nothing outside of you can harm you. But you have to be convinced of that. You have to make that a part of your reality. You have to truly sit with that and impress that upon the subconscious that everything is I am and I am everything. So what can hurt I am if I am everything and everything is I am? What can hurt me? If everything is made from the same substance, right? I don't know if you ever heard or seen people that have walked on hot coals and didn't get blisters from it, but we're told that fire will burn the skin. But people have been able to walk through fire and the skin not be burned. There are people that have experimented with that, changed their subconscious beliefs, and when they experimented with fire, the skin did not burn. But that takes a certain level of believing, a certain level of accepting that you're not separate from the fire, that you're one with the fire, thus the fire cannot harm you. But it comes with a certain type of knowing, a certain type of understanding. You really can have no fear of the flame. You have to see yourself as one with it. I'm not suggesting anyone go do that until they have elevated to that type of consciousness. See, right, I was explaining this to my brother because all of those bad beliefs, yes, he was, yep. Hey, Master Michelle. Yeah, we are energy, not flesh. Yes. That's because they programmed us so bad to believe all these things will hurt us. Yep. Yes, it takes practice, Clara. It takes practice. You just have to continue to apply it. And don't get discouraged. And don't judge yourself. Give yourself grace. Give yourself understanding. When you recognize that you're having those old thoughts, those old feelings, just recognize that's what they are. Old thoughts and old feelings, and that's it. And then just choose to, I don't think that way anymore. I don't feel that way anymore. I actually think this now. And the more you allow yourself to sit with that and wear that through talking to yourself, I'm telling you, you'll see that it'll end up being just a natural outpouring. It will be your become. Because here's the thing, you have to recognize, Clara, you already are that. The thing you desire, the thing you're wanting, You already are. It's just about accepting it, choosing it all the time. The I've handled life pose. Ooh, I am a spiritual being having a physical human experience. Yes. Hey, love and light. All right, Florida in the house. Welcome, Master Michelle. So I had a science teacher that would put his hand in fire and not flinch. Yep. So it definitely takes practice. My empowerment journey has taken 25 years of daily practice. Yeah. That's it. That's it. You have to choose every moment. You have to choose it. And it's okay. Sometimes you may slip back. That's okay. Give yourself grace. Give yourself understanding and just revise it. If you notice that you started to go backwards and go back and think about, the unwanted, the old story, just tell yourself, oh, okay, I recognize that's what I was doing, and you get to remember it differently. That's what revision is. You don't have to. You get to reimagine the event. You really do get to rewrite history. Our governments and our academic institutions show you that all the time. They rewrite history all the time. So you can too. This law, this magic is not just for some, it's for all. And all you have to do is convince yourself of the reimagined story. And to the point that you are convinced of it, your world will reflect that new story, that new belief. So our reality is a reflection of our thoughts. Your reality is a reflection of your thoughts, whether it's the old story or the new story. It's a reflection of your thoughts. This is how the reality changes to the new story. You have to stop reacting to the old. You have to choose that if you see the old story still playing out in your reality, it's just to be the observer and not respond to it and say, oh, that's the old story. I no longer agree with that. You don't have to judge it. You don't have to criticize it. You don't have to be ashamed or guilt. No shame, no guilt. You don't even have to analyze it because you know why the story is there. The story is there based off beliefs you used to have. And now you're deciding to change those beliefs. Well, sometimes there's a residue. Sometimes there's a residue from the old story that wants to cling, that wants to be resurrected, that wants to still have life. The way you take life from the old story, you have to do what? Take your attention away. It's your talking about it. You're giving it life. That's why I tell you, the way to change the old story and stay with the new story, you have to talk to yourself. You have to constantly remind yourself that I think this way now. This is what I believe. This is my new thought process. These are my new beliefs. And don't judge the old. Who cares why you thought the way you did? No, that doesn't even mean anything now. We know why you thought the way you did. You were told to think that way. It was based off experience. It was based off conditioning. It was based off programming. It was based off environment. It was based off your family. It was based off your government, your academic institutions. All that played a part in how you think and why you think the way you do. But guess what you get to do? You get to reject it. You get to say, none of those beliefs I was given are even mine. I don't even identify with that anymore. That's no. I'm choosing this path now. I've come into to a fork in the road, and I'm deciding to take a different path. Just remain faithful to the new path. Yeah, I'll say our purpose is simply to experience. Yeah. I'll say emotion is literally energy in motion. How you feel is what manifests. So forgiveness removes that residue, both forgiveness of self and of others. Yes, and forgiveness is not about feeling sorry nor apologizing, right? Forgiveness is about what? Forgetting. You got to forget the old story. Forget. You got to let go. Be loose and be set free. Loose the old story. Bury it. Never to dig it up again. Never to dig it up again. But remember, it's your thoughts that are creative. It's the thought that is creative. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. Energy source is thought. That's what's thought, not feeling. Feeling is a byproduct of thought. Because your feelings are based on your thoughts, not the other way around. Your thoughts are not based on your feelings. Your feelings are based on your thoughts. If you didn't have a thought about a thing, if you were indifferent, you wouldn't have any feelings. But because you have a strong opinion, you have strong feelings. You change your thoughts, you change your world. It's as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. You are justified by your words, and you are condemned by your words. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. This is a thought world. And all things are thought forms. Everything you see is a thought form. And everything proceeds out of thought. That's what's formulated in your world, a thought. You thought about a shirt, and the shirt came into being. You thought about a house, and the house came into being. You thought about a car, and the car came into being. God thought about form, and it came into being. Let there be light, and then it was. Thought is the creation. Is the creator. Thought is the creator, not feeling. Thought is. Hey, Anshi. No, I ended up staying with my family yesterday, so no, I didn't have the book club yesterday. Hey, Teresa. Hey, it's me. Say for a beginner, what's a book? I'm a little biased. I like Neville Goddard and Dr. Joseph Murphy. So Neville Goddard, I would say The Power of Awareness at Your Command by Neville Goddard, either The Power of Awareness or At Your Command. Dr. Joseph Murphy, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Oh, hello, Karma. Thank you. No, love is the top. Love is all there is. Love is all there is. Love is not only a noun, it's an action. It's a verb. Love is both noun and verb. Love is all there is. To me, when you start talking about frequency and vibration, now you want to be scientific because you want science to prove God when actually God proves science. Not the other way around. But yes, we communicate now in this time, in this span, we communicate with words, with thoughts. and we transmit thoughts one to another telepathically, right? How do you feel a shirt into being? How do you feel a car into being? How do you feel any physical thing into being? You first have to think it. You first have to think it. In the beginning was the word. Not in the beginning was the feeling. In the beginning was the meaning. In the beginning was the intention. In the beginning was the symbol. I go by scripture. I don't necessarily go by anything. I stay with scripture, and scripture only talks about words. Scripture tells you, even when Neville Goddard talks about feeling is the secret, he's not talking about emotions. He's talking about the naturalness, the knowingness, the knowing of a thing, the naturalness, the normalcy, not your emotions. Because you don't let your emotions rule. You're supposed to rule your emotions. You're supposed to tell yourself how to feel. Emotions are not supposed to have the power. You are the power. Just like you tell your mind what to think. You tell your mind what to think and you tell your body what to feel. You are the power. And your power is operated and curated in love, because love is all there is. Love is the ultimate frequency. Because the love is the only frequency. There is no other frequency other than love. Everything comes from love. Your peace from love. Your joy from love. Your beingness from love. I love my vision clothing. And to me, that's what trips a lot of people up, because they're like, well, I don't feel it, or why am I feeling this way? Or they can't get over the feeling because they haven't changed their thoughts about it. People are letting their feelings dictate their reality when really it should be your thoughts. What do you think about it? Because that's why you feel. When we say, oh, how I feel about something, we're really saying what we think about something. We use feeling and thought interchangeably sometimes. Because when someone asks you, well, how do you feel? You start to use words. And those words are your thoughts. And someone asks you, when you say, I'm scared, and they say, well, why are you scared? Why are you feeling scared? Because I don't know how something's going to turn out. So what? You're being distrusting. You're not knowing a thing. And why are you being distrusting? Because you've been programmed in fear. You've been programmed to not trust yourself, to not love yourself. And people think love is about some romantic feeling, or if somebody's giving you goosebumps, or if someone is making you feel all tingly inside. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not boastful or proud. See, that's an action. That's an active thing. That's what love is, an active thing. Love remembers no wrong. Love rejoices with truth and not with evil. Love protects all things, believes all things, endures all things. And love, being a noun, is who you are. You are love because you are God. You are all things. You are everything. Everything is made from the one called substance, and that's God. What science calls energy, Energy doesn't have a feeling. Energy could care less about your feelings. Energy does stuff based on your attention or your belief or your thoughts about a thing. Consciousness doesn't care if you like something or don't like it. Energy just says, what are you giving your attention to, and I'll give it to you. That's what's going to happen. God don't operate in your feeling. God could care less if you like it or love it, or if you're nervous about it, or if you're scared about it, or you didn't want it to happen. Then it says, then don't think about it. Don't put your focus there. If you don't want it to happen, then don't give it your attention. It could care less if you in shambles, if it's a traumatic experience, if it's horrific, if it's a nightmare. It does not care. It's neutral. Good. Consciousness isn't deeming something wrong or right, good or bad. You are. You're saying this is wrong, this is right, this is evil. You're doing that. Consciousness doesn't care. Yes, hey neighbor. Yes. The outer space mirrors inner space within us. It allows everything. Hello, glorious rising. Yes, is it Robret? Is that how you say you pronounce it? I can't remember. Robret. That's how it's spelled. Okay, Robret. Okay, yeah. Okay, I said it. So we're here to master the mind. We're here to remember who we are, shepherd our thoughts, control your thoughts, when you get your thoughts under control, your feelings will naturally follow. They just will. When you get your thoughts together, your feelings will naturally follow. And all you have to do is test it for yourself. And the thing is, you already know this, because things that you don't have a strong opinion about, which means you don't have a thought about, you really don't feel any kind of way about it. It really isn't going to stir anything up in you. You know, if you're not into politics and you don't really care about what the Republicans say versus what the Democrats say, you really don't have a feeling about it, because you ain't really got no strong opinion about it. But if you had a strong opinion about it, then your feelings start to go with your strong opinion. Then you get heated. Then you get angry. And then you're mad and you're frustrated because of your thoughts about what you think about the Republicans are saying, or what the Republicans are doing, or what the president is signing into a bill. And now you're mad, now you're angry. How do we allow this to happen? Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. I can't believe he's doing this. And But if you didn't care, like, I don't care what they're doing, so I have no feelings about it, because I don't think about I don't care. I don't give no energy to it. I have no opinion about what they're doing, because I know no matter what they do, it's all gonna benefit me. I'm not letting them dictate my life. Oh, okay, neighbor, yes. Oh, wow, okay, okay. So I say test yourself, because here's the thing. When we're saying that your imagining creates reality, how are you imagining? You're having thoughts in your mind, right? And those thoughts are creating pictures for you. You either can see them or you can't see them, but infinite intelligence knows exactly what that looks like. And so we're saying change the way you think, right? We say change the way you think before we'll ever tell you to change the way you feel. We'll tell you change the way you think about it. Have different thoughts. Start saying to yourself, I am wealthy, I am calm, I am at peace, I am faithful, I am loved, I am trusting, I am successful, I am prosperous, right? And then you start to define what that looks like, right? Again, words and pictures. So then you're saying, when I'm prosperous, what does that look like? Well, that means that I have more money than I can know what to do with, or money just flows in me. Whenever I need the money is always there for me, right? And you start to say, oh, I can travel with ease, I can shop with ease, I have the home that I desire to have, I have my cars, right? Those aren't feelings. Those are words and pictures, right? And then you're talking this way starts to make you feel a certain way, because now you're saying, well, I actually can have an amazing life. I actually can have a good life. And so now you start to use adjectives that will conjure up feelings to have you feel a certain way. Now you're having a certain emotional response based on you accepting these thoughts and these pictures that's formulating in your mind. And either the emotions you're having, either you're telling yourself you believe what you're saying or you don't believe what you're saying. You'll start to either feel like that seems like, no, you lying to yourself. You don't really believe that. You don't really believe that you're prosperous. You don't really believe you can have the car and the home of your dreams. You don't really believe you can have that relationship. Again, these are thoughts, though. You're expressing this through thoughts. And then your body will say, you're right. You don't believe it. So then what you're supposed to fear, nervousness, anxiety, and it shows up in your body. And so your body may want to feel like, you may feel tormented in your body. So you may get a little paralyzed, like you can't make a decision. You can't get out of your bed. You won't make any moves. You'll just be stuck. But the body is just responding to your consciousness, to your beliefs. Your body is saying, oh, I don't agree with this. I'm not used to this. This is unfamiliar to me. That's why we tell you to what? Meditate. Because meditate relaxes the body. And meditation gets the conscious mind, the logical mind, the reasoning mind out of the way. And you can go right to the subconscious mind, which is the womb of creation, which is what's going to, once it's impressed on the subconscious, then it'll be expressed in your reality. So that's why you want to be in that sleepy, drowsy state, that calm, relaxed state when you're deciding to change what you believe about yourself. How do you change what you believe about yourself? You have to think it first. You have to first have the thoughts. You got to first formulate the thoughts of, right? You have to start saying, I am love. I am peace. I am joy. And then sit with that. Sit with those words and let them become energy or emotion and go through your body. But you have to first say it to yourself. You have to first claim it for yourself. You have to first talk to yourself. That's why scripture tells you to commune with your own self upon your bed and be still. Yes. Okay, I missed something. Yep, feeling, knowing, yep. Okay. Hey, butterfly. So I wouldn't care if it did not affect me, but I am starting to feel numb. Nonetheless. Okay. So how did that comment become real in my reality? Did I think people see me that way, or do I have a judgment about the person? Right. Me instead of figuring out, I should withdraw attention from it. That's it. Hey, Lisa, you say, have I been on long? About 45 minutes. Empower my soul. The meditation, I don't have a specific kind of meditation. I know there are many out there. I just close my eyes and I talk to myself. That's all I do. I don't have no real big. That's all I do. I just close my eyes. I don't do breath work. I don't listen to any, because I feel like I naturally breathe. So I don't do anything extra. I'm not saying that anything is wrong with what anyone else is doing. I'm just saying what I do. I just close my eyes and I talk to myself. That's all I do. And you just got to find out what works for you. You know, every once in a while, I may listen to some sound bowls, but that's very rarely that I do that. Very rarely. It's not something that I probably maybe done it 3 or 4 times on my journey. It's not something that, but I always am sitting quietly with myself and communing with myself. Paying attention to my thoughts, asking my higher self questions, sitting and listening for the answer, or once I'm done with the meditation, being open to however the answer comes, whether it comes from within, where everything is always coming from within, but whether it's coming straight from within or if it comes through a book, a video, another person, I'm always open to the way that my life wants to communicate with me. What you mean you're all wrong, neighbor? What you mean? Hey, Glass, you said, no, I'm not moving. I've been in the same spot. Is anyone else having trouble hearing me? Is it a lot of noise that you hear on my end? Lisa, you funny. Yes, that's great. That's great, Robert. Yes, that's good. So I used to listen to theta frequencies, then I abandoned that for just silence and closing my eyes. Oh, okay, neighbor. Yes, same here. just silence and closing the eyes. Yep. Oh, you say you focus on your space between your eyes. If you focus on your breath, it messes you up. Yeah, right? Because we're all unique expressions, right? And so we had to just, because we're unique and we're individualized, no two people are going to do it the same. That's why I said you just commune with yourself and you figure out what works for you. And so you may have to try out a different avenues to discover what is the, the best way, the perfect way for you. You may find yourself, you may have to, do a couple of things. Like, well, let me see, okay. Or you may just naturally get the inclination, which that's usually how you know, is that you'll find what's the most comfortable for you. And do what's the most comfortable for you. What you find gives you the best results. But you do have to sit quietly with yourself. That's how you build a relationship with yourself. Mm, I don't know, cause I'm in a quiet room by myself. So I don't know. I do have my iPad charging while I'm using it. I don't know if it's the cord against the speaker, maybe. I don't know. Cause how much speaker, maybe. I don't know. Cause how much speaker, maybe. I don't know. Cause how much charger off, and maybe that'll help. But I usually always have the charger on while I'm on live on my iPad. So I don't know. I don't know what the cause is, guys. Sorry for the noise, but I don't know what's going on. Let's see, maybe if I turn down the volume a little bit. Well, the volume isn't even all the way up, so sorry about that. Okay. So you up moving all over the place. Oh yeah, maybe it is. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll switch to my phone instead of being on the instead of being on my iPad. But that's interesting because I've been using my iPad the last few days. But is it better now? Yeah, because I wouldn't want to hear feedback either. See, I'm okay. Yeah, I took the charger out of it, so it might have been the cord was rubbing up against the speaker because the charger is near the speaker, so that might have been it. The cord might have been moving up against the speaker. Oh, why didn't you tell me, L Glaze? I had no idea. I can't hear what you all hear. I have no idea how you all are receiving the message because it's just me talking to a screen. I can't hear anything on my end. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, you thought it was you at first? Oh, got you, got you, got you. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I don't want you guys having no feedback. Yeah. Maybe next time I'll just stick with using my phone instead of the iPad if you all are getting a lot of feedback on your end. Right, L Glaze. Yeah, no one said anything. You right. You the first person to say something. Yeah, so there's no way I would have known without if no one said anything. Yeah. It sounded like rustling leaves. Oh. Yeah, I think that was the cord rubbing up against the speaker. That's what it was. It was the cord rubbing against the speaker. Yep. That's funny. Not rustling leaves. Rustling leaves can be like a soothing sound. Like crunchy leaves, like those crunchy, like crushing. Those when you crushing leaves in the fall. Yeah. Oh my goodness, not you with paralyzed. You couldn't want to tell me, Troy. Oh my goodness, you funny. Oh, that's funny. But now the sound is hopefully the sound is right now. Man, that was 45 minutes of y'all just letting the sound be jacked up. I'm glad L glad said something. Cause I sure would have been like, what's that noise in the background? I would have said something. I was like, what? What's all that? What's all you got going on? Oh yeah, I did miss it. It's me. I did because I sure did not see it. He said you just gonna sit through it, huh, neighbor? Oh, oh. Yeah, but yeah, I didn't even know. That's the thing. Yeah, that's the only thing. You don't know what you all are getting on your end. You know, because I don't have headphones on, so I know they do have a section where you can see how you sound with the headphones on. I think they do have you can test it to see how you're coming through with the headphones, but got you. Thank you, L Glaze. But yes, we are here to live an abundant life. And it all starts with your thoughts. It all starts with your thoughts. It's your thoughts. The thoughts are what's creating the thoughts. You can definitely use your feelings to assist, right? Because some people think, because here's the trick, right? Most people think that if they're angry, that's somehow going to stop their manifestation, right? You hear people say, well, what if I got mad or I got angry? Do you know a lot of people use their anger to manifest all the time? They use it to like really light a fire up under them where they won't take no for an answer. They don't allow anger to rule. That's the thing. You can't let anger rule, but you definitely can use anger to assist you to light a fire up under you. Because sometimes you got to be mad at life in order to change it. You got to be tired of being tired and being sick and tired of the way your life is going. Sometimes you got to get angry in order to change it so you can start thinking differently about it. Stop accepting, mediocrity. Stop accepting, well, that's just the way life is. And life just always been this way. And, don't use it as a way to complain. Use it as a way to transform. Some of us use anger just to complain. That's not going to help you. Using anger to complain don't do nobody no good. You use the anger to transform. So you can start thinking differently. Like, okay, let me get my mind, let me, get myself together. Hey, Tori, wealthy rise. Yes, yes, alchemize the emotion. Absolutely. Yes, anger shows me where my awareness is and encourages me to consciously create even further. Yep. 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 Because it's what you think about you that's most important. What do you really think about you? What are you really willing to accept? Which means what are you willing to believe? What are you conjuring up with your mind? Yes, yes. Hey, April, good morning. Exactly. Use that fire productively. Exactly. Because if you think about it, when you decided you believed something, when you truly decided that something you have been contemplating for you gave yourself over to knowing that this thing will happen, you basically had a peace about it, right? You weren't overly excited. You weren't overly, you kind of just had a peace. Like, you just know that the thing, And maybe when you're telling someone about it, that's when the excitement starts to show. That's when you get kind of giddy when you're sharing with someone about what you manifested or what you brought into your experience. But before you saw it manifest, when you decided within yourself, yeah, this thing is happening. I know this. I know this. It's more of just a peace. It's a relaxation. It's a knowing. It's not, you kind of in a neutral space. Exactly. It felt normal. Yep. It just felt normal. Yeah, because some of us, if we feel like we don't have the right feeling about it, we think it can't happen. And that's simply not true. What's the right feeling? What does that even mean? What's the right feeling? Because sometimes you'll think, oh, I'm nervous about it. So do it anyway. If you know that it's something that you enjoy and that you're going to be great at, and you know that you have the skill set, you know you have the capability, you have the talent, who cares if you're nervous? You don't let nervousness stop you. Just don't force it. There's a difference between forcing a thing and being nervous to do a thing. Because you may be nervous, and then when you started doing, you was like, oh man, I love it. This was so easy, and I can't believe, what was I so nervous about? What was I so afraid of, right? Like, what was I? Once you went ahead and and you start doing it, and it just flowed, and it was just easy, and it was just effortless.
Ooh, absolutely, Tori. So the being aspect is about, that's the loving yourself aspect. That's when scripture says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all of his righteousness, and then all of the things will be added unto you, right? The stuff will come. So the being aspect is about, how do you talk to yourself? How are you loving on you? Are you really patient with yourself? Do you remind yourself that you're amazing, that your pure joy, that your pure love is your core, and that love is patient and kind and understanding and compassionate and giving and generous and forgiving, that is confident, it's enduring, it's engaging, it's easy, it's effortless. So when you're talking to yourself, minus taking money out of the equation, taking, where you live and what kind of car you drive and what your occupation is in the world, remove all of that, and who am I? Who am I? As Abraham Hicks would say, your pure consciousness. That's who you are. I am. I am. And that's enough. That has to be enough. That I am, without any attachment to it, allowing that to be enough. So that's what you sit with. You sit with just, I am. That's something Neville Goddard, that's a meditation he would give to his students, the I am meditation, where you're just sitting with yourself and you're not attaching any labels to yourself, and you're just sitting with yourself, telling yourself, I am. I am. I am. And allow that to take you wherever it takes you during your meditation. That stillness, that knowingness, that acceptance of just being. Not needing to be anything other than I am. And then after you sit with that, then you can start to attach the all the lovely things about yourself. I am love. I am joy. I am peace. I am kindness. I am generous. Ooh, I am whole. I am thoughtful. I am, whatever lovely things you can think of. Say, do I believe that there are forces out there that don't want us to find this knowledge? No, because if there were forces out there that didn't want us to find this knowledge, we wouldn't know it. When it's time for you to awaken, and no man can stop it. The gates of hell, as scripture say, cannot prevent it. No negative thinking, no, nothing they could ever do can stop the I am from arising within you. Hey, buddy, what's up? Ooh, no, I usually say I'm doing amazing, but not I am amazing. Ooh, this was good. Yes, today I said to the universe, like, if I'm getting my manifestation, I'll see a butterfly. And I saw it. Is that okay? I mean, it's okay if you want to look for signs. It's okay. It's okay. If that is Clara, everything is okay, right? Never ask another's permission. That's what's building faith in you. Don't let anyone else have the power to make you feel good or not good, right? When you saw the butterfly, did that increase your faith? Because that's all that matters. Did that increase your faith? Ooh, I felt I had to do in order to be. Nope. Yep. Oh, woo! I like that, Tori. Yes, and that's beautiful, Clara. That's I said. It's just about increasing your faith. It's about increasing the power within you. You trusting you. That's all that matters. Is that you trust in you. You believe in you. You accept you. This is all about you. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It really doesn't. All I'm doing is bringing clarity with my understanding, but does that mean you have to be that you're going to agree with everything I say? Of course not. No one agrees with everyone 100%. Everybody ain't in lockstep with everything, right? But I want to keep things as simple as possible and don't want to complicate it for anybody. Because it's the simplicity that the reasoning mind finds difficult. We want to complicate it. We don't want easy. Because we were told life is supposed to be hard. Yet the Christ mind says, no, light and easy is the way. The crooked paths shall be made straight. Now the road is narrow, and it do be few that find this road. Because broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and there be many that go therein. But this road of right thinking, that's a narrow road. And there be few that find it. Maintaining that right thinking, because right thinking produces right action. I wonder why scripture really doesn't talk about feelings, even though everyone talks about feelings, but that's something that scripture never talks about. It doesn't talk about our feeling nature. Scripture only talks about mental, the psychology. It talks about the five senses and the sixth sense, right? The five senses is touch, smell, taste, sight, and hearing, right? Whenever you see the number 5, it's talking about the sense man, our sense organs. And then it talks about the sixth sense, which is what? The Christ mind, the awakened mind that supersedes the 5 senses. It trumps the 5 senses. It actually extends the 5 senses and makes the 5 senses extra sensory perception, right? So now you understand you can see without having a physical eye. You can hear without the physical ear. You can touch without your physical hand. You can smell without your physical nose. And you can taste without your mouth. You do all this through what? The sixth sense. Hello, I am happy to be. Yeah, God said his name was I am. If someone asked you who he is, you would, and you should say, I am. Yep, I am. I am that I am. So who are you saying that I am? Whatever you say I am, that's what you should be. Because when we talked about in the 5 lessons, right, and we went over that Esau and Jacob, right, and Esau and Jacob and Isaac tells Jacob, come close that I may feel you. What do we think he meant by feel? He meant that I may touch you, right? I may sense you with the touch. So in your meditation, in your mind, right? When Neville Goddard would tell you about visioning your life as you want it to be, right? And he would say to touch something or to feel something. He's saying in your mind, touch the railing, touch the ring on your left hand, touch the ring on the ring finger of your left hand in your mind, because that symbolizes marriage in the Western world, right? You're climbing the ladder, so what you're going to touch, the side of the ladder, you're going to touch it. That's the feeling. He's talking about the touching of a thing. He's not talking about emotions. He's never talking about emotions. He's talking about your emotions, your feelings change once your thoughts change, once your beliefs change. Once you accept that you're wealthy and you take on that sensory perspective or perception that you're wealthy and that life isn't hard, life is a struggle, your emotions about life will change. You will begin to get in a good mood. You will start to feel good about yourself. You will begin to get happy thoughts and have that I can do it attitude, because you've taken on the nature of wealth, the nature of ease, the nature of flow, the nature of knowing, the nature of naturalness. Yes, Raymond, love that. Yes, become a disciple of self, a learned one. Find you and you will find God. Become I am. Yep, accept that I am. Yes, emotions they naturally happen. You don't have to make emotions. You don't have to make emotions. They are a natural thing. They just happen all on their own. You have to choose your thoughts, though. You got to choose your thoughts. We have a monkey mind, right? We have to train this mind. This is the beast of burden. This is the colt or the donkey that the Christ rode into when he rode into Jerusalem. He disciplined this mind. He disciplined the thoughts. When he goes through the temptation of the Christ, after he had fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, and then the temptation comes, what was he tempted with? Thoughts, right? If thou be the Son of God, then do this. If thou be this, then do that. If thou, he was tempted with who he said he was. You're saying you're this, then do that. You're saying you're this, then do that. You're saying you're this, then do that. And what did he combat them with? Words, right? Thou shalt not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. By every what? Word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. The word becomes flesh and dwells among us, that we can see it, feel it, taste it, touch it, experience it. It's the word that is made flesh. Your thoughts become things, which is the feelings, the people, the places, the experiences, the conditions, the situations that you find yourself in. It's the word. So remember, I think I can, right? Hey, Joe, good morning. I'll have you, Lisa. Yes. Yes, he was tempted with that old thought, those old thoughts of not knowing who you are. That's just showing you that doubt and fear, when you decide to make a change, Is doubt and fear just going to just run? No, it's going to confront you and going to see, do you really know who you are? Do you really know that you are the I am? Do you really know that you're the power? Do you really know? Have you really accepted this about yourself? These claims that you're making about yourself? Are you going to stand on that and know that? Are you going to stand on that and know that? Or are you going to be, like James described, the double-minded man who's unstable in all his ways? When the storms of life come through, are you going to be tossed to and fro, battered and beaten? Are you going to stand on solid ground on your faith? Are you going to stand on your faith in your knowing of who you are? Yep, so shall a man thinketh. Yep. Say, just sharing, my aunt told me, the younger me, when you get tired of breaking yourself, yep, you'll fix you. That's it. When you get tired of breaking yourself, you'll fix you. Yep. When you're tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. It's your thoughts about you that matters. It's what you're thinking about you. That's why you're told to talk to yourself. That's why you're told you got to put off that former conversation that is equated with the old mind that is corrupt and be renewed by the spirit of your mind. You got to change the way you think about you. And the way you think about you determines your mood. It's your thoughts that determine your mood. So what do you think about you? So when you think that you're unworthy, unwanted, you have low self-esteem, lack self-confidence, what's your mood? Most people's mood is sad, depressed, despondent, angry, anxious. That's the mood of the person who doesn't know the truth of who they are, who only sees themselves as less than. They don't feel, quote unquote, good about themselves, meaning they're not thinking good thoughts of themselves. They don't have the yes, I can attitude. They have the no, I can't, it's impossible, I don't see a way out attitude. You're only going to change your feelings about you when you change your thoughts about you. Change your thoughts about you. And keep changing your thoughts about you. Sit with it. Wear it. Make it natural to you. You have to practice it. You have to repeat it. You have to repeat. You have to keep telling yourself and talking to yourself and reminding yourself, I'm the most confident person I've ever met. I'm the most engaging. I'm the most awesome. I'm so amazing. You got to talk to yourself. Be that. Be that. And yes, on the outside from the world, they're going to think you got what you got based on what you did. But you're going to know the truth. You're going to know the reason why you're experiencing anything that you're experiencing because of who you are. You know clothes don't make you. You make the clothes. You know money don't make you. You know you attracted the money. You created the money. How money gonna make you when you created it? How's your house defining who you are? How is your car defining who you are? This is the being. And then this helps you not to go outside of yourself and looking for someone else to validate you. And letting someone else tell you, well, if you was really powerful, you can call this thing to come into your experience overnight. If you was really powerful, you had this thing in 24 hours. But since you're not that powerful, I am powerful. So come over here and let me show you how to get it in 24 hours. We're not trying to get nothing. See, when y'all stop trying to get something, y'all stop trying to pay people to get something for you. You got to know you already have it. That is already within you. But you think you got to get something. You think you got to prove something to someone else. The only one you're supposed to be proving anything to is yourself. Prove the I am within you. Then you won't have to seek validation from others. You will care less of what others think about you because it only matters what you think about you. And when you truly are confident within you, the world is going to reflect that back to you. You're going to hear people say, oh my goodness, you're so confident. You're so lovely. Oh my goodness, you just look so amazing. I don't know what it is. Your face just look brighter. Your demeanor, you just always smiling. You always happy. Like, what's going on? What's the change? And you're like, I started loving me. I decided to start loving me. I just decided to start loving me. I decided to love me. Hey, chocolate covered soul. Thank you. Thank you. And then you'll see stuff you'll just start getting amazing ideas. Amazing ideas will just start coming to you. And then you'll find that these amazing ideas just flow. It's like effortless. Sometimes it scares some of us because we're like, damn, was it supposed to be this easy? I cannot believe it. It was always supposed to be this easy. Some of us get a little frightened at how easy it is because we were so trained in hardship and struggle that some of us back away from the ease of it because it's like, oh my God, like, wait a minute, like, oh, are you kidding? Like, is this easy? Oh no. So you get a little spooked. Don't be spooked. It's supposed to be easy. The trick was the trick that we played on ourselves is that we thought this was supposed to be hard. Yes, Karma, that's it. Hey, Mia, so you don't have to get anything. You just have to be who you need to be. Yeah, and blessings will gravitate. That's it. Don't make it scary. Don't make it scary. Yeah, Troy. Yeah, we make life hard by trying to be in control. That's it. Yep, that's it, Sonny. Yep, you just got to get used to it. Yep, it's just about getting used to it, accepting it, embodying it, embracing it. That's why you have to spend time with yourself. See, when you chase the stuff and you get it, you'll instantly know if you are the person that you say you are. Because a lot of people have come in my life and said they got the stuff, but they weren't the person. So they either felt unfulfilled, or they felt like it was too good to be true, or they were uncomfortable with the getting of the stuff. So some of them lost it, right? We had someone come in and tell us they had to go do therapy, right? So it's easy to get the stuff. Don't get it twisted. It's definitely easy to get the stuff. But you don't want the stuff to have you. You don't want the stuff to have rule. You don't have stuff to have the power. You don't want to give power to outside things. You want to recognize it's all you. And the only reason it's there is because of you. Your thoughts control who you are. You must be in alignment so you don't miss your mark. Right, yep. Because I'm not going to tell you don't want the stuff. That's what we came here for. We want the stuff. Yes, we want the stuff. Of course we want the stuff. We're supposed to live an abundant life. We're supposed to be rich. We're supposed to be, prosperous in everything that we do, right? The Bible definitely preaches prosperity. It teaches prosperity. That's all you in the Old Testament, this is why you got to be careful about appearances and looking at people from the outside, right? Why did God choose Israel? Do we remember why God chose Israel? Anxiety and depression are thought disorders we created. Yep. Once you take accountability, you're free. Yes. Yes. Absolutely, Mia. I have any Bible thumpers? Anyone remember why God chose Israel? Why he told Israel he was choosing them? And so we were before our mind is awakened, we go by appearances. We go by what looks good. Well, oh, they got so many followers. Oh, they got, their church is so large. You see their church got 20,000 members. Oh, this person got 2 million followers. Oh, this person has it. We look at appearances, but why did God choose Israel? He told them, I didn't choose y'all because you were many in number, right? Israel was not chosen because they were many in number. They were actually a very small group, right? It wasn't because, they had all of the glitz and the glamour and they were, he took that which was despised by many and claimed them as his people. He said, I will make you into a great nation, but they didn't start out that way, right? It was not based on merit, right? Not because they were so good and so wonderful and because they were many in number, but for a purpose and a plan, right? You say God takes the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. Because I was reading that in Neville. Neville was saying that, reminding us that we think because the amount of people that accept the thing, we think that's right. Because everybody agrees with it, we think that makes it true. But that just means that everyone has conformed to it. Just because everyone has conformed to a thing doesn't make it true. It just means everybody thinks a certain way. But we didn't come to be conformed, right? We're not here for conformity. We're here for individuality. We're individuals, right? We're unique expressions of the all. Hey, namaste. People don't want to take accountability. They are the creator of the. Yes, Mia. Most definitely. Most definitely. This is about accountability. This is about accountability. And eventually, the Israelite nation grew to a great and mighty nation, right? He said, I will make you, told Abraham, I will make you a father of many nations. Again, the Bible is telling you that great things start off small, right? We're told not to despise the day of small beginnings. A lot of us are despising the day. A lot of us hate that we started off with little. We don't like that. We ready to have, we ready to have it all now. We don't want to see the growth. We don't want to see the progress. We don't want to go through the process. We're like, nope, I asked for it yesterday. I'm supposed to get it by tomorrow. Nope. No, I don't want to go through the journey. I don't want to go through the process. I don't want the growth. I don't want the expansion. I want it yesterday. And then when you get it, you can't handle it. You're not ready for it. Then when it comes, you all uncomfortable, you all fearful, you anxious, you don't know what's going on. Like, oh my goodness, it just happened so quick. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on. Like, you looking around like nobody's happy for me. People are judging me. People are, you making this all an outside thing, and you blaming others and pointing at others because you didn't do what Scripture says, was just seek first the kingdom of God. Seek first the kingdom of your good, which is love and peace and understanding and being. You didn't practice being. You practiced getting. You just wanted stuff because you thought, man, once I get this stuff, ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. Man, when I get this stuff, man, once those millions drop in that bank account, boy, ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. Wait till they see what I did. Wait till they see just wait. And then you get it, and now you don't even know what to do with it. You all discombobulated, you all nervous, you all fearful, it's just like, and I'm not saying it has to be that way. I was actually surprised when people were saying that they got what they wanted, but it wasn't what they thought it would be. They thought that would be the fulfillment. They thought that, friends and family would be happy for them. They thought they would be comfortable with it. They really thought they were ready to receive their blessing. And then when their blessing came, they found how they weren't ready for it. That's why I tell you can get stuff you're not ready for. It happens all the time. People get stuff they haven't trained themselves to be at one with. It happens all the time. And we know it does. We see examples of it in our society all the time. And you may not know anyone personally, but you've heard stories and you've seen different things of people getting stuff that they weren't quite ready for. So it most certainly does happen. You just want to make sure that, when your millions show up, you ready to enjoy them. You ready to enjoy those millions. Because the millions coming. Those who desire millions, multi-millions, some of y'all desiring billions, it's coming. It's definitely on its way. Because you believe it, it shall be it. You shall have it. You believe in for those millions of dollars and hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever, amount you're saying. Just be ready. Sit with that. What does your life look like now? Who am I now that I have these hundreds of millions of dollars? Who am I now that I have $1 billion portfolio? Who am I now? Don't wait till the money come and then try to figure it out. That's where you lose your way. Figure that out now. See yourself as the multimillionaire now. See yourself as having your billions now. What does that look like? Sit with that. Like, man, I actually have this money. What does that look like? How do I feel in my body? How does that, what does that, am I okay with, going to certain places and people knowing that I have a certain amount of money? How are people seeing me? How am I seeing others? How am I interacting with my world now that I am that? What does my life look like day to day? Like, am I running a company? Did I get it from a lottery win? Was it an inheritance? Was it a settlement? Like, whatever it was, who am I now that I have all this free time and I don't got to work for money no more? I don't got to work for money. The money's just there. I can do whatever I want to do. What does my life look like? How am I showing up? What does my day-to-day look like? Make it normal. Make it natural. Don't make it like, oh my God, I can't believe it. No, you need to believe it, because you be saying you don't believe it, you won't be experiencing it for long. If it's too good to be true, it's going to be too good to be true for you. Nah, you can't even say that, Troy White. Don't be saying no problems. No, ain't no problems. Yep. Yeah. Hey, Miss Millionaire Energy. Yep. The insecurities going to drive it away. Doubt and fear won't hold it. Yep. Say, first time here, I got to run, but love your live. You did well. You did. You didn't seek a vibe. You became. Oh, thank you, Raymond. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Enjoy your day. So it's getting closer and closer, Aaron Official. Okay. That's what's up. Yep. Got to be the millionaire now. Yep. Yeah, but you don't even want to entertain that thought, Troy. I don't say more problems, more money, more problems. Say more money, more options. Get in your mindset that money does not bring problems, not for you or for anyone else. Money brings more options. That's all you should say. And you should know that you're the option. Not only does it bring more options, but you're the option, because you're the money. I am money. Dollars and cents are just symbols of my wealth. I am the wealth. I am the wealth. And I know we talk about money because that's usually at the forefront of people's mind, but that's not just it, not just money, right? Now that you're married, whether you want to be married or you want to be in certain type of, maybe you just want to be in a relationship. Maybe you're not quite ready for marriage yet. Some people just want to be, in a beautiful, amazing relationship. How does that look? What are your beliefs around relationships, right? How do you see yourself in a relationship? Do you see easy peasy, fresh and squeezy, or lemon squeezy, as some people say? Or do you see relationships as hard work? Man, relationships not easy. Let me tell you, they're a lot of hard work. You got to put that work in. You'll never hear me talk like that. I've been married 10 years, and marriage is easy. It's effortless. You know what makes it hard? You make it hard. You're making it hard. Trying to control another person, thinking that another person's responsible for your happiness, letting other people tell you how your relationship should look, putting other people in your relationship, telling your family and your friends all the negative stuff, and they never got nothing good to say. You never talk good about the other person, or you're manipulative and controlling, and if they were only this type of way, then I'd be happy. If they had only did this, then my life would have been good. If they what about you? Where are you in the equation of this relationship? Because you do realize it takes two. It does take two. But the taking two is the taking of you and you. Every relationship is between you and you. It's your thoughts about it that will be reflected back to you. So if you truly believe relationships are hard work and a struggle, and you got to sacrifice and compromise all the time, that'll be your relationship. Yes, hey, infinite. Yes, more money, more solutions of anything. That's it. That's it. It's really your thoughts about it. Your thoughts about it. It's your thoughts. It will always be your thoughts about it. What do you think about life? What are your thoughts about it? Because your thoughts literally are things. Your thoughts are things. That's what you have to keep telling yourself. My thoughts are things. My thoughts appear as form. My thoughts become flesh, and they become my experiences. Yes, hey, Starseed. Yes, life is grand and amazing. I love that. Yes. Because the more you can appreciate your life, which is what? Add value to it. See the value in your life. That's what to appreciate means, right? To give value to a thing, right? You're giving value to your life, right? You're saying, I have a surplus of all of the world's goods, that I'm easy breezy, fresh and squeezy. I'm full of joy and thanksgiving. I'm prospered in all that I do. I am successful in every which way. That's how you should be talking to yourself. Do you know when you talk to yourself like that, you automatically feel good about yourself? That's why you don't have to worry about the feeling. The feeling will follow the thoughts once you make the thoughts normal and natural to you. In the beginning, will it feel a little weird and uncomfortable? Because the body has been used to all of the I'm unworthy, I'm not enough, life is hard, this is difficult, nobody likes me, I don't know why I can't seem to save money, I don't know why everything, what can go wrong will go wrong. The body just used to that. And so now you're going to train the body to get used to the good stuff, the truth. The body has been so far living in a lie for so long, it has repelled the truth. So now you got to pour truth into it. You got to get the body used to knowing the truth, embodying the truth. It's ready for it. It's ready for the truth. It's ready, or you wouldn't have awakened to it. So that's how you know you're ready for the truth, because you're on this live. You're ready for the truth. You're ready to awaken to your truth that's going to set you free. You're ready for it. But now you got to accept it. You got to believe it. That's all belief means. Just means to accept it. Because you've been accepting the lie the whole time. That you were a sinner. That you were unworthy. That you were undeserving. That you were unwanted. That you were, some of us told that we were born the wrong color. You know, we were born into the wrong family. We came from the wrong side of the track. You know, we were told that race mind, right? Told that we're a race of people when actually we're a spiritual being. That was the error. That was the lie. The truth is, you're all there is. Your love, your light, your beauty, your power. That's who you are. That's the truth. Now you got to sit with that. Now you got to sit with that. That's what you commune with thy own self upon thy bed and be still. Be still and know what? That I am God. You got to sit with that. Because right now, that's unfamiliar territory to the body. And you got to remind the body, wait a minute, body, you spirit too. You spirit too. You're not physical either. You're not solid either. Right? And science has confirmed that nothing is solid. It just appears solid, be based on the rate of vibration, right? Hey, y'all love. It's all love. It's all love. And you got to be willing to sit with your all love. Your all love. All love is reminding us we're all love. That's all it is. You're all love. You're pure consciousness. You're all there is. Because when you can really sit with yourself and you can understand that everything is you. Everything is you. Everything. Then what is there to fear? What is there to be afraid of? What is there to be protected against? If everything is you. Everything is reflecting you. Everything is your image and your likeness. Let us make manifestations in our image and after our own likeness. Let us make manifestations. That's what you're doing all day, every day. Making manifestations out of your image and out of your likeness. So what are you imaging? What are you imagining? Because that's what you're creating. That's what you're making visible, right? Because we're reminded that creation is finished. The works are done. So when we say creating, we mean making a thing visible to the naked eye. It was invisible to our physical eye. Now we're making it visible that the world can see it now. The world is just seeing your thoughts made visible. That's what manifestation is. Making something visible to the eye or the mind. Yeah, I'm everything, but also no thing, right? We are no things. That's the paradox, as they say. Right, Christian? But how can you be everything and then no thing all at the same time? Because nothing is actually there. Everything is imagined. This is all an illusion. This is all temporal. We're just dreaming. This is a dream world. We're just dreaming. And we'll continue to understand it as our consciousness expands, as we continue to become more aware of the self, of the I am, right? And just allow the expansion to happen, you know, learn to be thankful and appreciative and love. And that's when you'll see the expansion just naturally happens. Everyone at its own pace, everyone in their due season, you know. Not everyone's on the same level, and that's okay. Be okay where you are. Where you are is perfect. Where you are is sufficient. The information you have right now is what you need for where you are. And as you continue to have greater desires, you're to continue to expand upon and remember more of who you are. And so there's no need to, be envious of another's spiritual journey. No reason to compare or compete. Just be inspired by others. That's it. Be inspired by others. You say I'm just... Oh, no, I don't know about you. I don't know if you're at level 1, buddy. I don't know what level anyone is. You could be new to it and be at level 10. Because it's all about understanding. Some people have been studying this for 15 years and still like, I don't get it. Some people are like, I've been studying for 15 years and I'm just coming to the realization of what this all really means, how to really use my mind. I've been studying for 15 years and I just decided to really trust myself and decided to start loving on me. I just decided that. Yes, infinite. He said, buddy is off the chart, L. Glaze. Say, do I think it's church? Do I think what is church? I know that we think, church is a physical building, which we call the temple, but we know the body is the temple. Oh yeah, people. That's the main thing. That's what we were programmed deeply into. Trusting everything but ourselves. But once you decide to turn inward and really, here's the thing. I find that it'll be easier for you to trust yourself when you stop looking at experiences as a pass or fail. Too many of us still look at life as a testing ground. And looking at, I either passed this experience or I failed at this experience. As opposed to, it's just an experience. You don't have to be defined either way. You had the experience and it taught you one thing. You want more of it, or you want less of it, or you want no more of it. That's it. The experience tells you, give me more of that, please. Less of that or none of that. And then move accordingly. Move accordingly. How do you turn inward? Talking to yourself. Hey, Bright Star. Talking to yourself. Because I realize a lot of us don't do that. A lot of us don't talk to ourselves. A lot of us complain outwardly. We do a lot of complaining. We don't do a whole lot of talking to ourselves. We don't do a whole lot of sitting with ourselves and reminding ourselves of who we are. And if we are talking to ourselves, we're talking down about ourselves. We're complaining and we're worrying and we're stressing ourselves out and frustrating ourselves as opposed to being kind and understanding and giving ourselves grace. Like we spend so much time beating ourselves up for an experience, and generally you did things based off of being unconscious. You were unconsciously moving through life. You were sleepwalking the whole time. Now you have awakened. You know you were sleepwalking through life. You were unconsciously experiencing this dream. See, old school Reverend Mike didn't preach like right. It sure didn't. Troy White sure didn't. Yep, you have to be your mirror all the time. Yep. Yes, chocolate covered soul. Yep. Yep. I still post to YouTube. Yep. So I notice I say negative to myself. Okay, yeah. So now you want to transform that. Now you want to change that. Hey, A-Town, great afternoon, millionaires, kings, and queens. Yes, now you want to start speaking the truth of what you say about yourself. And again, it's not about a positive or negative. It's about truth. The truth is that you're pure positive energy. You are God. You are the I am. You are your own savior. You are the power. You are the Alpha and the Omega. You are the beginning and the end, the first and the last. You are the creator of this reality, which means your thoughts turn to things. Whatever you think, that's what you shall become. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So what are you thinking about you? Because that's what you're going to see. And you just have to do these 4 steps on the screen. Decide what you want. Decide, I'm going to choose to see the truth of myself. I'm going to sit with that. I'm going to embody that. I'm going to embrace that. And I'm going to give thanks for this truth. I'm giving thanks for being aware that I am the one that's deciding what I'm going to think and say about me. I'm going to acknowledge the presence of infinite mind, infinite intelligence, the wisdom of the ages, that I am love, I am light, I am pure consciousness, and I'm just having a human experience. I'm an eternal, infinite being that was never created nor can be destroyed. I am forever because there's only life. There's only life. Because I am aware of who I am, I know that I can prosper whatever I decide to do. Whatever I decide to do will prosper. And I will choose to give thanks in all things, for that is the Father's will. That is who I am. The Father wills it so. And who's the Father? I am. My own consciousness, my own awareness of being, that's the Father. And number 3, I'm going to remain faithful to that. I'm going to accept this truth about me. I'm going to accept that I am that I am. That I am the power. That I am God made flesh. I am God incarnate. And I'm going to continue to persist in that knowing. And then number 4, I don't got to do anything to make it so, because why? It's already so. I just sit still and know. Be still and know that I am God. And beside me, there is no other. I am the judge and the jury. So now when I judge, I only judge righteous judgment, which means to judge from truth. And the truth is, I am love. I am peace. I am joy. I am compassion. I am harmonious. This is how I choose to talk to myself. I'm confident. I'm bold. I'm successful. I'm prosperous. I'm well. I'm health. I'm joy. I'm peace. Whatever good things you can think of, I'm going to attribute that to who I am. Nothing less but the best. Okay, butterfly. Now you no longer have to do that. You say you do it all in front of people. Don't even care. I know that's right. Say, do people absorb what others think of them, and that makes them forget the 4 steps? Possibly. Right, who said it was a mistake? Absolutely. It wasn't a mistake, it was an experience. That's it. That's it. Yep. That's what I just got through saying. We're not seeing our experiences as a pass or fail anymore. We're not seeing it as a wrongness. There's no reason to judge it. If you experienced hate or unloving things or traumatic experiences, it was because the I am wanted to have that experience through you. Your higher self wanted to know what that looked like. Now you know what hate looks like. Now you know what it means to feel unloved, unwanted. Was it necessary? No, not necessary. It was just part of the experience, part of your journey, part of your journey back to self. Just part of it, because not everyone has the same experiences. Yes, A-Town, yes. Yep, you'll see you'll be freed up once you stop judging yourself so harshly, and you choose not to judge yourself at all. And I know that's a practice, because we have been that's what we have done most of our life. We judge ourselves, we judge others. We're like, oh my goodness, if they would have just did this, or if I would have just thought that. Like, that is something you're going to learn how to practice, not to, see things as wrong, because your whole life you were told that there was a right and a wrong way. That's all you were told. There is a good and a bad. There's an evil. You were even told there was a source of evil. You told that there are 2 gods. You were told there were a God in heaven, and then there was a God of this world, right? And we call that God Satan. And then we called the God of heaven God, right? We said there was a God of heaven, and then we said there was a God of this world. And we even gave him a name. We call him Satan, the devil, the adversary, right? The deceiver, the liar, right? They even gave him another name, Lucifer. This dude got so many names. And to come to realize that we just created that entity because we didn't want personal accountability. We created the devil because we didn't want personal accountability. We wanted to point the finger and say, well, I didn't do this to myself. What do you mean? No, there's this devil, don't you know? This Satan, he's the God of this world. He's tempting me. He calls me to do the things I did. He calls me to think this way. He calls me to take these actions. Who is this he and who is this devil? Who's thinking these thoughts and who's choosing to have these actions? That's the only devil, is your mind. And you'll only find that devil from within. Because there's only one power, and that's you. That's your mind. That's the only power on this plane, in this universe, in our existence, is the mind. But some people like to say subconscious. Some people like to say Christ conscious. Some people like to say super conscious. Some people like to say source. Some people like to call it energy, some people like to call it Brahman. Some people like to call it Krishna. Some people like to call it Jesus Christ. We got all kind of names for the nameless. Yep, the blame game. Yep, the devil made me do it. Yeah, the devil made you do it. You're the devil. You made you do it. You thought it, so you did it. That's who did it, you. The devil made you do it. You did it. You thought it. And wasn't nobody else thinking it but you. Yep. Everyone prefaces, I'm not perfect. Yep. So I never understood that. How can someone believe God created all but created bad crazy? Yeah, accountability. So you need to clip that and make it a short. Oh. Got you, buddy. Got you. Yeah. But thank goodness for personal accountability. Now you understand that you are both God and the devil. It's your mind. You're either creating what you want or you're creating what you don't want. But either way, it's all you. It's nobody else. You're the only thinker in your reality. Thus, you are the only creator. If you don't like what you're experiencing, stop thinking it. Stop thinking it. Hear that again. If you don't want to see these things in your world anymore, stop thinking it. Then you'll stop seeing it. Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you. Yes. Yes. And say, so you need to clip that one also and play K Dot, turn the TV off, right? Right. And so now it's just like, what do you desire? And then just give your attention to that. And I know many of you are like, but wait, let me tell you what had happened was, but let me tell you about my old story, but I got to tell you about the circumstances, but wait. I'm not ready to tell the old story. I got to keep telling I'm not ready to tell the new story. I got to keep telling the old story. Wait, but you don't understand. I got to give you the back history. I need to let you know this been going on since I was 5. Do you not understand this been happening since I was 12 years old? Do you not understand that, my mom and my dad, they've been crazy all my life? Do you know my grandparents raised me, and they raised me in church, and they was put holy water all over me? But wait a minute. Let me tell you, though. You just don't understand that the people in my world, they just mistreated me, physically, emotionally, and psychologically. Wait. I gotta tell one more person. I gotta tell at least one more person. I don't feel like I can get it out of my system unless I tell it one more time. Just one more again. Let me just tell it one more again. One more again. I know that I'm making words up. I know. Let me just say it one more time. Can I just say it one more time? No, you can't. No, you cannot say it. Don't say it ever again. Don't talk about it ever again. Nope. Because that's not your new reality. That's not what you're creating. But do you know every time you tell it, you're recreating the reality you don't want to experience? Do you know every time you talk about it, you give it life, you resurrect it? Every time you give it your attention, you make it more real for you. Do you know that? The world deceives you, because the world will tell you, well, if you forget the past, you're bound to repeat it. That's the lie. Do you know if you forget the past, you never experience it again? But they told you talking about the past and remembering the past is what helps you not to experience it again. Say, what now? You talking about it. Of course you're going to continue experiencing. That's at the forefront of your mind. That's all you're giving your attention to. Of course you're going to keep experiencing it. Yep. Hey, Pearl. So I appreciate what you said. Stop thinking it was subconsciously feeding into BS right there. Yep. I realize this really honest downplaying some things I want. Like, babe, no. Everything is now, so just choose. Yes. Hey, yes. Yes, I don't want to hear all that. Leave it alone. Yep. So have you ever tried manifesting with a feeling of relief from it already happening? That's that is the manifestation, right? He who has. When you have done the first 3 steps, the 4th step is the relief. That's the Sabbath day of rest. That's your being still and knowing. That's the 4th step of the recipe. The feeling of relief. That calm, relaxed state. That naturalness. That's the 4th step of the process. That's your freedom from angst and anxiety trying to figure out the how or the when. That's the knowingness state you get to because you did the first 3 steps. You end up at the 4th. That's how we naturally manifest. We're always doing it. It's funny because I said that earlier. Those who were on the live earlier, I said this. I said, if you think about your past manifestations, when you knew the thing was coming, when you accepted the reality of it, you felt the ease, the peace, the feeling of relaxation, the knowingness of it. You don't get this overly excited thing. No, it feels natural to you. It feels normal. So what's the best way to detach from timing? Like the fear it'll take ages. When you do the first 3 steps on the recipe for life, you notice I have nothing regarding time. I said you decide what you want. You give thanks because you know it's already there. You remain faithful to it. And then you be still and know. That's the best way. That is the best way. That is the way. You decided what you wanted. You gave thanks for already having it. You remained faithful to it. And you were still and did nothing to make it so because it's already so. Nowhere in there did I talk about time. Time never even enters my mind. I'm not even considering time. How can I consider time when it's already done? How does time even become part of my equation? It doesn't. Yep, everything in the now. Everything is now. Yep. I like that. That's your affirmation. That's your song. I am still. I know it's mine. Yep. When you trust the process, and it really comes from you guys listening to so many other people that want to dangle that carrot of time in front of you. And so you watch TikTokers and YouTubers tell you, I got the recipe for the 24-hour manifestation. I got the recipe for the 24-hour manifestation. I got the recipe for the 24-hour manifestation. But they're not even manifesting in 24 hours. Yes, they'll have someone come to you. They'll have someone come back that they work with, because they've worked with maybe hundreds of people. And out of 5 of those people, somebody will come tell them, oh, yes, I followed your guidance and it came overnight. Or it happened in less than 24 hours. And so they take that little snippet, create a video, and now y'all convinced that everybody they work with is manifesting in 24 hours. But you know that's not true. You know that everybody's not manifesting in 24 hours. You know that's not true. They're not even manifesting in 24 hours. But they're convincing you because one of their clients was able to manifest in 24 hours. Now that's the default setting. Now everybody getting their desire in overnight and in 24 hours. Like, stop getting caught up in the hype. Because that's the same example I gave of the lady that came into my life saying, how she was telling me she had got laid off, right? And I told her, well, what did you want? This may be an opportunity for something else, revise it or whatever, right? And then she came back a day later and said that, she ran into her boss, an old boss who hired her, and doubt and fear tried to come up in her mind, and she was like, nope, I'm going to remain faithful to my desire. And her meeting her boss, and between that time, that was she said that happened like in less than 24 hours. Now, I could have screenshot that, made a video, and be like, see, y'all, I help people manifest, and they manifest in 24 hours. No! That was that situation. There is no time. Time does not exist. Whenever it happens now. You just got to trust that it's already done. When you know it's already done, you don't consider time. You only worry about the time because you don't have no faith. And so you're trying to cover up the fact that you don't have faith. So you want to be concerned with the time. Your hyper fixation on time is just proof you don't have any faith. And without faith, it is impossible to realize anything. So what you want to do is go back to steps 2 and 3. Give thanks for already having it and remain faithful to it. And then you're going to do step 4 and be still and know. You don't got to do step 1 over again, because step 1, you already decided what you wanted. But you do have to go back when you start doubting and fearing and all of that. Okay, go back to step 2. Let's give thanks for already having it. Let's go back to step 3. Let's remain faithful to it. And then let's go to step 4. Be still and know it. The recipe never changes. It's those 4 steps. And you do it all the time. Belief in what we accept is true is literally what structures how we experience the world. Yep. Mark 11 and 24. That's why Jesus had to be a carpenter. He built things. Yep. Manifesting. Yep. I say I manifest by giving it a deadline with convention, like X has to show up before this date. Right. That's people do that all the time. Here's the thing with that. It is your faith and confidence that determines the time, right, Anji? Right? It's your faith and confidence that determines the time. Right? Like you just said, it was your conviction in it. That's what determined it. There you go. That's how you let go of the time. Your faith and confidence. It's your faith and confidence that determines it. And so when it happens, it always happens when? On time. It always happens on time. It's never late. It is never late. Whenever it happens, it always happens on time. It's never late. Oh, really? All love? Yeah, 222. Yep. There you go, right, Mia? Say that. Beliefs aren't opinions. What I believe to be true is a fact for me. Say that again. We need to put that on a T. Put that on a T, Mia Slay. Beliefs aren't opinions. What I believe to be true is a fact for me. We gonna put that on a T-shirt and we gonna sell that. Say that. I love that, Mia. That's right. Yes. Right, she's slaying. I believe I believe and knowing is the same. Say it again. If you don't think so, then you don't truly believe. That's it. Yep. Believe and knowing is synonymous. And we were just talking about that earlier. Because knowing is subjective, just like belief, right? Knowing is subjective. Because knowing and belief are based on experience. Whether you experience it physically or you experience it imaginatively. Either way, it's subjective. It's based on the individual. It's based purely on the individual. Because I can say I know that the mind can heal the body. And then someone else will come along and say, well, I don't know that to be true. I know that I got to go to the doctor and I got to get prescribed medication. And so I know that me taking that Tylenol or that ibuprofen, that's what healed my body, not my mind. I only know medication helps with certain like migraines or colds or flus or viruses. I only know that. Who's right, who's wrong? Neither one. Both are right. Both are true. Because they're only going by what they know based on what? Experience. And do you know that a person's knowing will keep them from experiencing what they believe? Because someone who knows thinks they need facts to back it up. But someone who believes knows that it becomes a fact because of their belief. Because how are we defining belief? How are we defining? What's the definition for believe? What does it mean to believe or belief? What is the definition? Because you do know that your whole world is based on belief. Everything you do is based on your assumption about it. Yep. He who has, yep. See, Webster gives you two definitions for believe. And most people like the second definition. They don't like the first definition. So the first definition says, accept something as true, feel sure of the truth of. That's the first definition. To accept as true, feel sure of the truth of. So it means to accept something, right? This is what people like the second definition. Hold something as an opinion, think or suppose. So they just like to hold the opinion of something. They're like, oh, that's your opinion. That's not based on any fact. That's just your opinion. That's the definition most people. They like that second definition. They don't like the first definition of believe, which means to accept something that's true. But we all accept something that's true. We all do. We've been accepting the lie all our lives. We accepted it as true, and because we accepted the lie, we what? We moved accordingly. We made our decisions based off a lie. We believed in the sky daddy, some of us, right? A lot of us bought into that life was supposed to be, a drudgery and hard and be a malcontent, right? We accepted or believed a lot of things about ourselves, right? Right, right. Who did? Yeah, right. All love, right. Yep, they told us that the world didn't revolve around us. Now look at us. It literally does. That's my world. Yep. But the thing is that we give meaning to words, right? We get to decide. So I say, if you don't like using the word believe, then don't use it. But don't tell someone else that, oh, you're misusing the word. That's not what it means. When I use the term believe, I'm using it how it was used in the Bible. And so I went to the concordance. And in scripture, believe is the same word as to know. So there you go. Now, some people like to use believe and say that it means doubt. I don't know where that definition came from, but that's how they choose to accept the definition. They like to say believe means to doubt. To believe is not enough. You got to quote unquote know. Okay, to each his own. My thing is, though, on my platform, I'm going to use the word believe. When you go to your platform, you can use the word no. I'll use them both, and I'll use them interchangeably. I'll use them as synonyms. So, to me, if I'm using the word believe and I'm saying believe and I'm saying believe and I'm saying believe, and then you come in and you say, oh, you just can't believe. You got to know believe ain't enough. How you going to believe? You shouldn't be believing. Then that isn't about to make me change it because you come in and say that I shouldn't be using it. That's not going to now make me say, oh, when someone came in the chat and they said, believe is not enough. We shouldn't be using that word. We're giving it the wrong meaning. So I'm now going to change what I share. No, that's not going to happen. Because I didn't just casually choose that word. When I decide that I'm going to share something to help people expand their consciousness, I researched it. And I know why I'm saying it. And I know why I'm using it. And I know that the world is subjective. And you got to know why you say what you mean what you say. Right? Say what you mean what you say. And you don't change your stance just because someone else doesn't agree with it. No one has to agree with you. Right? No one has to agree with you. Yep, Mia, that's it. Yep. Right, right. When God said, let there be light, and there was, he said what he said. That's it. Yep. What is true for anyone cannot exist without belief. That's it. Yep. Truth can't exist without belief. Yeah. But that's okay because but that's the thing. People say, well, belief got a lot of people in trouble. Belief caused a lot of things to go awry. Belief is the reason why people have religion and have all of these cults, and they're like, well, it's the belief that is causing the problem. So you need to do more than believe. You must know. But that's when it comes from the standpoint that you think that this whole world isn't made up. The whole world is make believe. The whole world is made up. It's a made up story. We made up these man-made laws. Everything we experience in this world, the only things we can't make up are the things that are not seen, right? So you can't see electricity. You can just see the attributes of it, right? We didn't make up electricity. Electricity just is, right? We didn't make up power. Power just is. We didn't make up energy. Energy just is, right? Like, those things are immutable. Those things were never created and can never be destroyed. They just are. Hey, Clara. Right. Yep. The world is subjective because it's a one-player game, and the alpha's perspective is what it is. Yep. Nope, nothing is bad, Clara. Nothing is bad. Right, we can't see air, right, Irene? Yep, we can't see the breath, right? We cannot see spirit. Exactly. They believe that Earth looks like from space. We ain't never been. Yep, it's our choice to believe. That's it. Does anyone really know? Right, Mia? Does anyone really, quote unquote, know? That's an opinion, right? Yep. Wow. Leads in the most high rivers of water will flow from within you. Yep. 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 Yes, infinite. Yep. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mia. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, once we understand that the whole world is subjective, like Mia was reminding us, it's just based off your individualized perspective. It is what it is. Thing is, we just have to, even when we have, when people agree, don't agree, disagree, you have these conversations, then you have to remember, don't take this stuff personal. Do not take anything personal, right? We all here just creating our reality. That's all we doing. We all here just creating our own reality. And just trying to show you that it is your belief, it is your assumptions about life is what you'll experience in it. And the only way you can prove this to yourself is that you have to apply it for yourself. You have to decide to think differently. That it's your thoughts that are creative. And your thoughts are beliefs. Your thoughts are assumptions. Your thoughts are opinions. That's what your thoughts are. You're thinking in a certain way. You're thinking life should be a certain way. You're thinking these things, right? And it's really the I am that's thinking, that's telling this dropping these nuggets into your brain, into your mind, into your consciousness, and then you being the operant power either get to what? Accept or reject. So you have to understand that all words exist in consciousness. And consciousness is not judged it as a wrong or right. That's what you have to be so aware of. The world wants you to be so hyper-focused on, is this a good thing or a bad thing, a right thing or a wrong thing? Those that run this world and govern this world know that that's not how consciousness operates. So they don't base their decisions on a right or wrong decision. They base their decisions on what's best for them. And so you have to base your decisions on what's best for you. Because there's no ultimate judge at the end. And you have to decide if your decisions, can you live with them? No, I do decide to base my decisions in love. But everybody doesn't think that way. Everybody ain't basing their decisions in love. And since I don't personally know these people I see on my TV screen or on my laptop screen or on my, phone screen, since I don't personally know any of these people, I don't know what their life is like behind closed doors. Are they sleeping well at night? Are they enjoying, people only gonna show you so much of their life. And they never give you the whole story. And a lot of times we see stuff on TV and it make you question, well, should I even want to be rich? Because, oh my goodness, all the rich people seem to be bad and evil people. Really? You think you know all of the rich people? The little small percentage that they show us on TV? You think they're a good reflection of what it means to be rich and wealthy and happy and safe and thriving and flourishing in life? Because you see somebody on some gossip channel or some news channel and you think they're representative of what rich and wealth looks like? No, they're not. They're not representative of that. You're the representative of what rich and wealth and flourishing and thriving looks like. What does it look like for you? You're your own example. Don't let someone else be the example. Well, let me tell you, this is how rich people think. And all of my readings of Neville Goddard and Dr. Joseph Murphy, when they're sharing and reminding people of who they are and the power that's within them, never once do I hear them saying, well, you need to think like the rich people think. No, they say, what will you do with the money? How does your life look like now that you're wealthy? How does your world look different? What are you doing with the money? Because that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what Trump does with his money, what Oprah does with her money, what Jay-Z does with his money, what Beyonce does with her money, or any celebrity you can name, or what the neighbor down the street does with their money or what your grandfather did with their money. None of that matters. It only matters, what will you do with the money now that you got it? You didn't come here to be like everybody else. Right, Mia, right, right. You gotta stop looking for it, Clara. You gotta be it. You gotta sit with yourself. You gotta spend time with yourself. Relaxation comes from deep contemplation. Are you spending time with yourself? 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 to 4 times a day. Are you practicing this? Are you getting still? Are you talking to yourself? Because when you go within, you won't go without. And going within is what? Talking to yourself. Spending time with yourself, closing your eyes and talking and getting relaxed and getting still and calm and learning to master your thoughts, which means get control of your thoughts. When your thoughts start to wander and starts to think about something that you didn't sit down to think about, bring them back to what you sat down there to think about. Whatever you're deciding, okay, this is what I want to think about for these next 2 minutes or these next 5 minutes. And then you find your mind wanting to think something else. You bring those thoughts back, but you need to be gentle. You need to be ease. You need to be relaxed. You need to be calm. There should be no push. There should be no pull. There should be no force. It should be ease, 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 ease. But you have to practice it. Practice, practice, practice. Yep, the Most High is impersonal. The law is impersonal. Yep. The Most High is love. But the law is unconditioned. The law is there's no judgment. Hey, Monty J. Oh, okay, Clara. We'll continue to do it. You just got to remain faithful to it, and stop looking for signs. Just know. Regardless, we don't go by appearances. We walk by faith and not by sight. You keep asking for signs and for proof. That's just you telling yourself you really don't believe. Because when you believe, you don't need signs or proof. You just know. You could care less of what's going on out there, what the 3D, what the circumstances are. You could care less about the circumstances. Circumstances don't determine what's going to happen. It's your faith that does. Your faith, as Neville Goddard said, is your fortune. It's your faith in believing and trusting that the thing you believe and have accepted as true will show up for you. But you're asking for signs and you're looking to the 3D for confirmation. That's just proof you really don't believe. You haven't really accepted it. Because then when you accept it, you don't need proof. You just know. Okay, well then, that's why you a little shaky, because you're okay. At least you're okay. You're claiming that you're scared, and now you need to. That's when you talk to yourself, Clara, and you remind yourself that the I am does not fear. You don't need to fear, because you are being led and guided to your truth, to your manifestation. There is nothing to fear. All is well. Life is good. It's amazing. Isn't it wonderful? Good things are supposed to happen for me. I trust in the greater part of me, which is the I am, which is the source, which is whatever you call it, whether you call it God, source, your higher self, your subconscious mind, whatever you're calling it, you're trusting it. You're going to put your full trust. And so there's nothing to fear. All is well. Everything is okay. Yep, that's it. Because whatever needs to happen has already happened. You just got to allow it to show up. Show up and show out. Show up and show out. All is well. Everything is good. You have everything you need. Everything has been provided for. Just continue to give thanks. When you sense fear or doubt creeping in, just give thanks. I give thanks for the solution now. I give thanks for the answered prayer now. I give thanks that all is well now. I give thanks. I appreciate all is well. Just give thanks. When you find yourself, the doubt may come, try to rise up. The fear may try to rise up. And you just say, I give thanks that all is well. I give thanks that everything is working out for me. It doesn't have to be some really long, drawn out conversation. It's just simple as just saying, I thank you that you've heard me and you've given me my heart's desire. I'm so thankful that you heard me and that you've given me my heart's desire. I am so thank you. Thank you, Father, for thou always hears me and you are giving me my heart's desire. I am so thankful that you always hear me and you always give me my heart's desire. Right? Just give thanks. Remind yourself that, God is not deaf. God is not a man that he should lie. So, or the son of man that he needs to repent. That the thing you ask for already belongs to you. It's already yours. You just have to remind yourself of that. We all do. We all just have to continue to remind ourselves when doubt creeps in, when we start trying to look for circumstances, when we start trying to look at appearances, we have to take a step back and remind ourselves, nope, it's already done. It's already done. I appreciate, where I am now. I appreciate the journey. I appreciate the process. I appreciate the progress. I appreciate everything that's happening right now. Everything is happening just as it's supposed to happen. I am where I am, and I appreciate it. Yeah, but that's because you're telling yourself it's hard. And you can imagine. Can't you imagine that you're physically together? Do you accept that your imagination is just as real as what you see with your eyes, Clara? Are you willing to accept that what you imagine in your mind is just as real as what you see with your physical eyes? Okay. So then you just answered your own question. Since you know that's just as real, all you have to do is imagine that you're physically there with them now. Right? That's all you have to do. That's what living in the end is. Imagining that you're physically there with them now. Oh, is it saying lesson 2? There are few examples of responses to claim as finished or the end. Yep. Oh, yes. Bring 88 back. Yes. Say, why right before I opened this app, I just said, I am now one with my heart's desire. Yes. Yep. The mind is powerful, Clara. Your mind, you probably didn't realize how powerful your mind is, but it is the creator of all things in your world. The creative power in man is the mind. Your thoughts literally are things. And those things show up as your feelings or emotions, if that's what you want to call them. They show up as people. They show up as places. They show up as experiences, which are the conditions, the circumstances, the situations, the events, the engagements. Everything that's happening in your world was first a thought. It was not first a feeling. Everything that happened in your world was first a thought. And then it became a feeling. Or it became a person. Or it became a car. Or a shirt. Or a shoe. Or a house. Because God, consciousness, thought this world into being. God thought of the trees, the oceans, the seas, the plains, the hills, the valleys, the mountains, the sky, the sun, the moon. Those are all thoughts in the mind of the infinite. And I and the infinite are one. The sun, the moon, the stars are all thoughts held in mind. All is mind. Everything is mental. The world is psychological. No, I didn't, Lisa. Nope, I didn't. I was still hanging out with the family. I had canceled it. We're going to finish up next week. We may have to do it earlier. I have to see. I'll let you guys know because I may be having family come in town because that's the first, right? Next week is the first. So I have to see. If we do it, it may have to be earlier in the day, or we may have to move it. We may have to move the day. Saturdays is shaping up not to be such a not a spring. Weather is coming in, the nicer weather. We may have to move it. We may have to move that day. Saturday at 7 p.m. may not be such a good time. we may have to move it. May have to move it to like a Thursday night or something, you know. We may have to move it. Because I know Friday night, you know, a lot of people are out and about. Saturday night, a lot of people are out and about. So we may have to choose like a Thursday. May have to rethink this Saturday night, 7 p.m. Make it like a Thursday evening at 6 or something. Where are you, Lisa? All is good, Clara. All is good. There is no wrongness. There is no wrongness. You don't need anyone else, but if that's what you feel will help you, you know, we all go to others and ask others to pray for us. Each and every one of us have done it before. So most definitely. Yes. Yes, a lot of people pray together. Yes. That's why a lot of people hire coaches, right? They want someone to assist them on their journey. assist them with their manifestations, right? That's why people work with coaches. Oh, in church they used to have prayer partners, or they probably still do, had prayer partners. There's absolutely nothing wrong with getting the assistance for someone you trust, someone can be on one accord with you. Most definitely. But that's why we come to this community. We help one another, build one another's faith up, encourage one another, inspire one another, reminding one another, how simple this thing can be. In the beginning, it does feel a little challenging because it's new. In the beginning, yes, it's new, it's different. You really didn't take the time to really pay attention to how you thought, right? You really didn't pay attention. You kind of was just going through life, and things were just happening, and you didn't know why they were happening. You thought things were just happening. Like, oh my goodness, things just always seem to happen to me. I don't know what's going on. Why do these things just seem to happen to me? Oh my goodness. And then you come to realize it's because the way I think. Lord, how am I going to change the way I think? I didn't know something was wrong with the way I think. Wait, it's my thoughts? Oh my goodness. But yeah, you're right. My thoughts do be kind of jacked up. I do think negative a lot. I am always complaining. Now I think about it. Man, I am always, thinking the worst of things. I do recognize that, I never really did love myself or think I have a lot of confidence in myself. I did always seek validation from other people. I was always trying to be liked by everybody. I always was trying to control other people and getting mad at everybody because they didn't think like me or act like me. Yeah, you right. I did, And yeah, it's understood. It's understandable and clearer. That's why we're helping you. That's why we're helping you. We're helping one another. We're all in this together. And we want to see you win. We want to see you, master your thoughts and choose happiness. Choose yourself. Put yourself first. Love you. See, that's another thing about the world. The world tells you to go outward first. They're like, make everybody else happy. That your life isn't about you. Your life is about other people. Hold up. Slow down. Slow down with that. Let's slow down on that. Because before you can help anybody else, you got to first help yourself. Help you, then go into the outer parts of the world. First get you right. First get yourself right. Then you can go out, right? The Christ couldn't help nobody until he what? He had to be right first. He went on the 40 days and 40 nights. He got himself together. He went and preached in the temple, he did what he had to do first, and then he went out and gathered the 12, and then he went to the multitudes. Then he went to Judea and all the different other Capernaum and all those different places they talk about, Galilee and all Nazareth and all that, right? He went to all of these different. But we know the Bible is psychological, so let's not lose sight of that. The Bible is psychological. So all of those different places were just states of consciousness happening in the mind. But before you can ever try to lead someone else, you first have to lead yourself. And it's really not about leading others other than leading them back to themselves. That's the only way you should be leading someone is back to themselves. Leading them to trust in themselves. So regardless of who you're listening to, who you're getting your information, who you're expanding with, make sure they're leading you back to you. Make sure they're not making it all about them. Like, trust me, trust me. You want to trust me? Make sure you trust me now. Now, make sure you trust me now. No, 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 no. Make sure you trust you. Make sure you listen to that small voice in your mind. That quiet, still voice in your mind. That's what you want to listen to. You want to know your own, you want to trust your own intuition. You want to trust your own leading, your own guidance. They sure do. They sure do. They do. Yeah, because it's like somebody come and ask you to do something, right? And they're fully expecting you to do it. And then when you don't do what they want you to do, they get mad at you for not doing what they want you. It's interesting that people get mad at you for not doing what they wanted you to do and get mad because you did what you wanted to do. Hold up. Hold up. How you gonna get mad because I chose me? When you wanted me to choose you and not me, but you ain't mad that you chose you and not me. Excuse me? Make that make sense? You chose you, but when I chose me, it's a problem? Hold up. You get to choose you, but when I get to choose me, we got issues. I don't do nothing I don't want to do. I ain't doing nothing I don't want to do. I'm not doing nothing to please nobody. Everything I do is because I want to. And when you operate from that mindset, you'll never feel like you're giving too much of yourself or people don't appreciate what you do. When you truly do stuff because you simply wanted to do it, you ain't got no problems. Then you don't have no expectations. You ain't like, well, I keep doing for them and I keep doing for them and they don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate me. Nobody appreciates what I do for them. Because why are you doing it? Are you doing to gain validation and appreciation for them? Or are you doing it because you simply just want to do it? It's just who you are. It gets easier. It gets easier. Hey, Mercy. Mercy, mercy me. Yeah, it gets easier, Clara. Yeah, in the beginning, it is a little challenging. It is because it's different, right? But when it's something you want to do, you'll find that it becomes easier. When you discover that it's something that you want to do and you keep applying it, it gets easier and easier. Once you make the decision and you stick to it, but you have to stick to it. You can't be going. It gets harder because you be double-minded. You be going back and forth. You start giving in to the excuses. You start justifying why, like you just did here, how you were justifying, what you want, but the reason why you can't have it. That's what makes it hard. The double-mindedness, the going back and forth. But when you get when you make a decision and you stay true to that decision, it really gets easier. But that back and forth, yeah, it's a little difficult with the back and forth. But all right, guys, I want to appreciate your Saturday time with me. I appreciate all those who came through. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Not did you tell I was ending. You funny, A-Town. Yes, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend as well. Talk to you guys later. Oh, thank you, Butterfly. Thank you so much. Thank you. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.